kids at school made fun of my accent, which was much stronger back then. And when they figured out I was German, they called me all sorts of names. I hated Hitler, so I didn't take too kindly to those names. I got in lots of fights at first, and developed a pretty sharp tongue that got me in all kinds of trouble. But that all changed one day when I came home with another black eye and another note from the principal about my behavior. I think Papa was at his wit's end, and for the first time, instead of exasperation and frustration, I noticed something different in his reaction. I saw a deep disappointment in his eyes, and it scared me. I was still young and naive enough to wonder if he might send me back to Germany. I apologized and promised it would never happen again. After several moments of silence that day, he challenged me. He reminded me about the many hardships we faced at Bergen-Belsen, the horrors we witnessed day after day. He reminded me how God saved both of us out of that camp, and if he did so, it was surely because he had a special purpose for us. Then Papa asked if I thought that purpose was to fight with kids who picked on me in the schoolyard. I remember bowing my head because I was so ashamed. But I also remember how he lifted my face to look into his eyes. He told me God had given me a sharp mind, and I must use it for good. He told me to find what I'm passionate about and wisely pursue it. Then he said, "And if you do, who knows but that someday you might change the world." Something about that resonated with me. I can honestly say it changed me. I started ignoring the taunts and name-calling, and I realized that when I didn't react, those kids got bored and walked away. I didn't know it then, but that was a life lesson about controlling my actions and reactions. It also changed my attitude toward school. I realized Papa was right. God had given me a sharp mind. I am smart. So I started working hard to make good grades. And all of a sudden, I discovered an insatiable appetite for learning, particularly about history. Maybe it's because so much of my own history is still a mystery to me. But it's more than that. Someone once said that if we don't know our history, we're doomed to repeat it. Considering all I'd witnessed as a child during the war, I knew the powerful truth of those words and how we must acknowledge them. I also recognized my passion for baseball. I fell in love with the game the first time I saw the Cubs play at Wrigley. I'm a pitcher for my high school team, and I still love the game. It's taught me so much about life, about teamwork, about following directions and working together toward a goal, and I learned about discipline and hard work. I've been blessed, extremely blessed, to be raised in a family of faith. In his life before the war, Papa had been the pastor of a church in the Netherlands. Much of who I am today is because his faith never wavered, not once, in those years at Bergen-Belsen. He taught me how to trust in God, even in the face of such great evil. Jacob looked over at his family's table again. And once we came to America, and I was adopted into this family of faith, I learned firsthand what it means to live a life of quiet faith, how to pray, how to love each other, and how to go the extra mile. Life in America has also taught me how to get along with others, despite our differences. I learned that all people are created equal in God's eyes and deserve a right to reach their full potential, no matter their past or heritage or the color of their skin. And in Key Club, I learned about the importance of serving others and making meaningful contributions to the community in which we live. We all have something to offer if we'll only look beyond ourselves. In fact, the greatest gift we can give to others is ourselves. Through our time, our help, and our resources. It's all about giving back. I'm honored to accept this award tonight, but it's not mine alone. That little kid... He paused as his voice failed him, raising a hand to his mouth as he coughed over the lump in his throat. It took a moment before he continued, blinking away the sting in his eyes when he saw a tear fall from Papa's eye. That little kid, scared and shivering in the barracks at Bergen-Belsen, stands before you tonight because of the kind man who befriended me that day and took me under his wing. Hearing the wavering sound of his voice, he swallowed hard and tried to continue.